Okay, so we're looking at chart 224, and I have to do a little review of this. Just got to get the vest on. It's getting a little chilly again sometimes. So we have the stack of string shapes here. Alright, and again, it's always good to keep the circle of fifths in mind. So as we stack them up, we're just going to go and work in the key of C. It'll be the C string shape, the G string shape, the D string shape, the A string shape on going around the circle. And this is every other letter in the word cage. So it's C, G, D, skip C to A, to G, going this way. Going the other way, it's in fourths. So when we're going down, it's in string shape fourths. So the only difference is between the C and the E, because of that missing fret there. I believe it's the reason, but it may not be. But it's a good enough explanation. I don't think it's the tuning warp, because the same thing exists in the violin, and the violin doesn't have a tuning warp, if you will, a tuning change. Violin's all in fifths. So when we go backwards here, we're going in string shape fourths. So C is going to go to E instead of E going to C, and it's a diminished fourth. It's not a circle of fourths, okay? It's not. C goes to F, goes to B flat, goes to E flat, goes to A flat, goes to D flat. It's not a circle of fourths. It goes to G flat, goes to B, goes to E, goes to A, goes to D, goes to G, and goes to C. It's not like a circle of fourths like that. It's a circle of string shaped fourths. So going down, we're going in string shaped fourths. So we have the C, let's say in the key of C here, where we have our nice C here. We have the C string shape. The fourth of C is E. We're going around the circle counterclockwise. Now it's going to be every other letter, but now we're not going cage, we're going the other way. So we're going to C to E is backwards. So we, and believe it or not, C, D, E, G, A is a pentatonic scale. Okay, so we go from C, we skip D to E, skip little G there to A. The colors are a little mixed up. And then we skip C again to D. Some of them are the same. Skip the E again, the little E there, to the big G. Skip the little A. Okay, so from the G there, we skip the little A there, and we go to the C there. Reason that's green is because sometimes I like to color it the note color of the inner string shape note, E, F, G, in the key of C. So these are the fourths. When we're going down in fourths. Now think of this. If you move a pattern up but keep a string the same, the pattern goes up but the string goes down. So if I draw a line here, this is from the other day where we had a little technical difficulty. We have to kind of review this. So we'll get a color for this, hopefully. A bright color, something easy to look at. Okay, and that's just a little drawing tool menu there. I keep wrong clicking. Heard about right clicking, I'm going to do wrong clicking. So here's the bottom string, so we're going to draw that. We're going to get the line here, and we're going to draw the line. This is the line. Now this is the bottom string line. Okay. Now, alright, we'll set it up again. So we're going to be able to move this as the pattern goes up, the string goes down, and it's like we are going around the circle this way. We're doing fourths because we're going down. The pattern goes up, we go down. That's what's going on with moving a pattern up. Why did I do that? The reason I did that was because when I got to this pattern over here, I couldn't just give it a letter number. In other words, at this part of the journey here through this pattern, we're in the short patterns right here. From this E, C, and G, and D, these are actually short patterns. They're in the middle of the long patterns here. The longer patterns, 4, 5, 6. As we'll learn today, we're going to add 7 to that fourth. And we're going to call that the super long pattern, the super long string rather. So it's easy for me to just look at this and say, okay, I'm going to just go from C to G if I'm moving the pattern. Let's say we're starting up here on D. We're going to move the, so we're on the D pattern. This is my low D. Okay, we're going to move the pattern up. I know the fourth of D is G rather. I know the fourth of G is C. I know the diminished fourth of C goes to the E shape. So I was playing it mostly by knowing what shape to play until I got to this strange pattern and I realized, wait a minute, I don't know what shape to play. Now today I do know what shape to play, because you can look at this C and this A as the bulk of the C shape and the bulk of the A shape. So it puts you in the A cage over here from the C cage. So it's okay to look at that as, you know, a locator for where you are. You're in the C shape here, you're in the A shape here. If this was the bottom line. If this was the bottom line. We can't get it unless we keep zooming in a little bit. So that's why I did this, because I couldn't just remember what shape to play. Like, oh, okay, C is the fourth, E is the fourth of C. All right, let me play that. Okay, so I'm going to start on my C shape here, but the long pattern, right? Okay, so we'll start on 4, 5, 6. Okay, so let's just start that from F. Now I'm going to move the pattern down. I'm going to move the pattern up rather. You know, and it doesn't even want to go up, but we'll gotta keep zooming in. So now moving the pattern up, essentially we're going down in strings, so we're going to the fourth of that C shape, and that was worrying me, that I wouldn't be able to play that fourth with that C shape there. Okay, because really the you know, the long pattern looks a little different. So I made this method that I can just move the pattern, and then what we'll do is keep the same pattern going, whole step, whole step, whole step, whole step, whole step, whole step, like that, and just move the pattern up, and then we're essentially going down in fourths like that. So that's good. So again, it's easier to look at the short patterns to do that. Okay, so let's not start on the C, because the relationship between E and C confuses people. But we'll look at it. We'll start on an E shape here. So let's say we're playing an E-shaped F here, right? This would be kind of difficult for you because you'd have to bar. You play your E, your open E, and then just raise it up one and put a bar there. So we have an E shape there. Okay, if we move the pattern